That Witch Dani, I know I haven't seen you guys in like a really long time, and I do feel super bad about it. I know I say this all the time. Things have been a little crazy, and I'm trying. I just kind of have to go with the flow, like with where I'm led, and you know, when Spirit guides me to be here and do the things, I do the things. But y'all know I will never like just, fake it and pop on here because it's like, been a minute and it's just time to do so. Like, I have to feel like the message is like inspired by spirit and real and authentic. You know how I am about that. But having said that, I owe Cancer their solar return reading, and it is not fair that it is literally now Leo season. Oh shoot, hold on, I dropped some cards. And I haven't done that yet. So not cool of me. I'm sorry. So I'm here now. Hi, Mom. Perfect. My mom's a Cancer. To do your solar return reading that I have owed you. But give me a second because I have cards flying everywhere. Okay. In the chaos of unpacking and all the things. So Cancers, I apologize that this is a little late for your solar return reading, but it doesn't matter. It's valid for the whole entire year. So happy birthday to all my Cancers. I hope you enjoyed your season. We will be officially in Leo season now. But that doesn't mean you don't deserve your full reading. So this is for all my Cancers out there, Sun, Moon, Rising, even Venus signs. But especially if this is your sun sign and you just celebrated your birthday, this is what the next year may look like for you. So I think we'll start by getting a sort of like oracle message, a significator card, just to kind of give us a general idea of like what the energy is going to look like coming up for you. In case you haven't noticed, I'm dripping in turquoise for my mother, who's a Cancer, like I said, July 1st baby, because it's her favorite and she loves it. So I put it on everywhere for my mom. Okay, I think I've picked up all of the cards that have flown all over the Babe Cave. And we can actually do a reading. So I hope everybody's handling this retrograde season okay. I know we have 100. Hi. We have like 1,000 planets in retrograde. So obviously everybody knows Mercury is in retrograde. It has been having a field day with me. You know, I normally like tell everybody not to travel during Mercury retrograde, but I just did myself. And I did have a couple canceled flights. I had a delayed flight. Hello. There was something mechanically wrong with my plane today, but it eventually took off and I was fine, obviously. And I've been having all kinds of weirdness with my phone and my internet. So typical Mercury retrograde things. We also have, well, Pluto's been retrograde for a while in Aquarius. We have Neptune in retrograde. We have Saturn in retrograde. I said Pluto, Mercury, Venus is now in retrograde. And by the end of the month, so just another couple of days, the 30th or 31st, I can't remember which, Chiron will also be retrograding. Chiron being the wounded healer planet. So that one's definitely going to force you into looking at anything, any major wounds that you've still got that are not healed or need to be revisited, okay? If there's anything that, doors that are still open that need to be fully closed, you might have people circle back around, situations, something that reminds you of a life experience. It could be a job, it could be all kinds of things, right? That's going to come back around for you because it's not fully dealt with, right? There's unfinished business there. So retrograde season, don't expect clarity. It's not, you won't really have it just yet, but you will soon. We know this is always cyclical, right? We'll get through it. And we have some really big stuff coming up in August. So I'm going to do August astrology really soon in astrological transits, which is really going to change some of the energy. But for a year and a half, I've been warned about July 2025. So all of the things that are happening, natural disasters, especially the earthquakes, the volcanoes, all of the crazy like underwater stuff, you know, the Pacific, I've been getting images about for a long time. I don't think we've seen the big one yet, but we're certainly leading up to it. The good news is that it's almost over. So a little bit more time and we'll be out of July 2025. August should be a bit calmer. And I don't have a whole lot of concern for the rest of 2025 until November. And I think that one will, never mind. Spirit says, I'm gonna sip it. Not yet. And we're gonna pull a significator card message for Cancers for their birthday. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm gonna let my mom pick because my mom's Cancer. Mom, if you're still here. So I have the Witching Hour Oracle, or you can pick this one, the Spellcaster Oracle, or Enchanted Map, or this new one, Elemental Oracle. So since you're a Cancer, you pick. You can tell Spirit you said hello. Spirit listens to you too. I promise. You don't have to have magical powers to talk to Spirit. Or for Spirit to hear you. Okay, Mom. Do you have a pick, Mom? Since you're my Cancer. If you're still here, I have a feeling I already know which one you would pick, so I'm just going to shuffle it. Yeah, I knew. I knew you were going to say that. I'm already shuffling the witching one. All right, so let's get this reading started. I call upon the light. I call upon the divine. I call upon the Holy Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, my higher self. Bring me the best and highest messages for Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Rising for their solar return. What does Cancer need to hear? Oh, you got a couple, and it was fast, too. 36, bathing in the river, which is a message of self-care. It's also very Cancer vibes. The Witching Hour with favorable circumstances, card 6. That's a cute card. Midnight Moth with distraction. That's card 39. And you've got To the Grave with secrets, card 42. A couple of different animals coming through for you. The moth, we have a wolf. We've got whatever these birds are. I'm not a bird expert by any means, but whatever those kind of birds are. And you've got a deer here and a couple of bats. So just throwing that out there in case anybody finds, you know, messages from animal spirit, or you see your own spirit guide, animal guide in those cards. Okay, let's see. I want to read card 6, this Witching Hour card for you. Keywords: wish card, true intent, manifestation, favorable circumstances. And it's the tarot companion of the 9 of Cups, which is fantastic energy. That's like all of your cups being full. The Witching Hour card is perhaps the most positive and powerful in the deck. Love. I love that. It represents extreme happiness and things coming together in a magical way. This card means the circumstances are highly favorable for your question and situation. You can see the energy of the Witching Hour manifesting in an increase of finances, taking the next step in a relationship, getting a better job, finding the perfect home, or any other number of desirable outcomes related to your question. Additionally, this card is confirmation that your spiritual work is paying off. You are learning and integrating lessons well. Your skills are coming together to create true and pure magic. The universe sees this and will reward your efforts. You are entering into a time of increased manifestation power and should use this time wisely. Define your goals and put them into action from a place of clarity and deep understanding of your desires. Love that. Obviously, self-care. We don't need to read into that. We know what that message means. But let's see what this distraction card is about, this Midnight Moth card for you. 39, okay. Distraction, following the wrong path, or a need for change. The Tarot Companion is the Moon card. The Moon is your ruler, of course. Cancer, Midnight Moth brings an urgent message. You are in need of a drastic redirection. This is your last stop before it's too late to turn back. You've been lured onto the wrong path by a beautiful but dangerous light. We all do it. We all compare our journey to someone else's. You might wonder what makes them so special or how it is that they are always getting opportunities that never seem to make their way to you. The answer is that they are on their own path, which is completely separate from yours. You've been distracted, too focused on other people instead of taking the journey designed for your soul. Your unique gifts have been hiding behind your attempts to be something you're not. Maybe dressing in a style not your own, but which makes you feel as if you fit in, or decorating your home to fit a trend that isn't your taste. It could mean doing things with friends that you would rather sit out, or changing your goals to make other people happy and more comfortable. Midnight Moth wants you to know that it's not yet too late to turn things around, but it could be very soon. It may not seem so, but others can intuitively pick up when someone is not being authentic. You may be in danger of losing out on something remarkable because you weren't showing up as yourself. Remember, the universe brings you opportunities that are meant for who you are, not who others believe you should be. It's a pretty strong message, especially because you've got this favorable circumstances card. So Spirit's really saying to you, I mean, in a very strong way, that if you're not aligning to your soul path and purpose, or you're not being your authentic self for whatever reason, it's a huge mistake right now, because right now you're in the energy of being able to manifest everything you want to you. But that only happens if you're being authentic, right? There's no other way. I'm just going to double check this To the Grave card. It says secrets on it. A need for discretion and strategy. The Tarot Companion's the Emperor. It's okay to keep some things for yourself without feeling guilty, or as though you must give all you have to others, including those closest to you. In romantic relationships, there can be an expectation that intimacy means you should know everything about someone, but no one needs to have 100% of you. It's okay to share something with one friend that you might not share with another, or have a secret between sisters that your partner doesn't know. This card urges you to exercise discretion. Hold things close to your heart for the time being. Goals and dreams need darkness and security, while they are fragile and vulnerable. This sacred time allows you the space to build a strong foundation to support you when you're faced with criticism, questions, and flat-out attempts to break down what you've built. The time will come for you to reveal your plans, but for now, take comfort in the security of your secret. Okay? So whatever you're building, it's okay for you to build it in silence. It's okay for you to keep some things close to the vest. Practice self-care at this time. Make sure that you are really devoting time throughout your week to doing things that make you happy, that raise your vibration, energetically cleanse your, doing cleansing baths and stuff like that right now, so that you can stay in this vibration of the favorable circumstances that want to come through for you. And be careful with the distraction thing. You know what I always say. Fuck what they say. Who cares? Who cares if you fit in? Who cares if you're different? Who cares if people don't approve? Like, who put them in charge? Gives a shit. I could just walk up and be like, hey, I'm in charge now and I approve or don't approve. But I wouldn't do that, would I? Because I'm not a dick. So who cares what dicky people say? Just be you. Unapologetically you. All the time. Always. Okay. Let's get into the tarot for you. For Cancer, solar return, please. What is coming in for them this year? For Cancer. We have a new moon coming up too this week, the 24th new moon in Leo. course, we'll do a live, we'll do a reading, we'll do a ritual. Remember, new moon is when we draw in. It's a good time to cleanse your space, energetically cleanse yourself, sage, all the things. Make room for the new. For Cancer. Okay. The Strength card at the bottom of the deck, which is Leo energy. We are now officially in Leo season. So it could be a message directly about this next month coming up. And then the rest of the months for this solar return year for you. For Cancer, please. What will their solar return year look like? It's coming in for Cancer. Got Two of Cups. It's a soulmate partnership here. Could be business, but generally this is about a soulmate, like love relationship. But it's definitely a soul contract, something really deep. Probably someone that you have known from past lives even. Got a Four of Swords here. Got a Justice card. Very Saturn retrograde vibes. But we also have Uranus and Gemini, and that's a big karmic placement too. You've got Three of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, very Earth Mother vibes. Okay, I feel like we don't have all your cards out yet. Give me one sec. For Cancer, please, for their solar return. Okay, Cancer solar return. What's coming towards Cancer? Okay. I feel like you're going into a really stable year here. It feels like you're building from stable foundations, creating things that will produce for you, for a long time to come. You got a lot of cards here. Holy shit. I'm like out of room. You have a lot of cards. You got the King and Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands, gorge, and a Six of Pentacles. All right. So you're going from 4s to 6s here. Okay. 4s are where we build stability, right? You're building stable foundations with the 4s. Then 5s can be a little tumultuous, right? Sometimes we are at war with ourselves, sometimes with other people. There could be a bit of a competitive energy to the 5s. And then you're ending it on the 6s. 6s are peaceful. They're flow, they're harmony, right? Harmonious energy. It's all good. Six of Pentacles and Six of Wands, beautiful energy for this reading to end with. But let's dive back in before I jump too far ahead of myself. So like I said, Two Cups, you got a soulmate here. Could be a business partnership or something. Someone that has a soul contract with you that you've probably lived other lives with before. And where did I put that? I'm losing my mind, y'all. All right, I lost it. Doesn't matter. Someone definitely meant to come into your life at this time, or someone that's already in your life, and their impact is going to be well known this year. You've got Four of Swords here, which is more of a self-care card. That's about healing, restoring oneself, right? Taking time to rest and just restore. It's the best word I can use. And then you've got Justice, right? This is karma, karmic justice, something that you're owed, right? There was something taken from you. It felt very unfair at the time, undeserved, the way that this was taken or what you've lost or what you went through. Well, now it's time for that all to be replaced. For some of you, I feel like this could be like a community, like your soul tribe, right? Maybe a lot of your friends moved away, you know, or just you're not near them anymore or whatever, you know, not that anything negative happened. It's just your paths went separate ways. But you have this energy of having a lot to celebrate and a community to celebrate with coming in for you. Okay, like-minded people. This is soul tribe energy. And you also have the Knight of Pentacles, who is, yes, the slowest knight in the deck, but slow and steady wins the race. He's the knight that wants to build long-term stability with you, that wants to build something that will last a very long time. And then you have the moon. Again, it's your card. You are, well, in tarot, it's technically a Piscean card, but we won't go there. You are ruled by the moon, Cancer. The only sign ruled by the moon. And the moon can be the shadow side of things, but it can also be about intuition and the unknown coming into being known. In this particular deck, that's the vibe I get, because here's your moon, right? And you've got your light side and your shadow side here. And then in the middle would be your energy, right? Your Kundalini rising, right? You're reaching up to empower yourself with the energy of the moon. The moon phases are even built into these bricks, right? Like my tattoo. And then right up here, you have the owl, which is my spirit animal. And the owl is a symbol of wisdom. The owl is about knowledge. So what's been unseen under the water, right, with the crow, raven, whatever, darker energy down there, it's going to come to light. So you're not going to see this coming, right? But something's going to reveal itself to you. And when it does, the energy is going to move hella fast, all right? It's going to just come in like lightning and change your life. But it's going to give you the ability to be very stable in your life with this Queen of Pentacles energy here, all right? Very, you're going to be feeling very abundant in your earthly 3D material life, your home life, very grounded. And you've got a Nine of Pentacles after that, who is an independently wealthy person, right? Who is humble and well-liked, but just has this insane, wealth that just shows up every, month. I call it mailbox money. Shouldn't have to do anything for it, just shows up. And then you have the Star card, my favorite card in all of tarot, as you all know. The Star represents all of your hopes and dreams coming true. It is also a card of healing, right? The Star really is a symbol of you doing all of your healing work, and it's very much related to the ebb and flow of water, to you being able to sort of flow like a river, the way that it will hug and change around the bends and stuff that come. And your ability to adapt and flow that way, it really does make you successful in life, right? You have to be changeable and adaptable. And you're a water sign, and that's so your energy, even though the Star is an Aquarius card, which is not a water sign, it has very much this sort of ebb and flow, reciprocity, water kind of energy to it. Butterflies are all over this card too, a symbol of transformation. Can't help but notice that. And you also have judgments. You have justice and judgment in the same reading. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Judgment comes in and says, okay, we see that you've closed out cycles. We see that you've learned lessons here. It's time for you to level up, to ascend to a higher level of consciousness or a higher timeline. And then, boom, King of Wands, Leo energy. Again, we are officially now in Leo season. So this feels like it's coming in hot. The beginning of this solar return year for you is going to start out with a lot of offers for you, opportunities to do something that you love, opportunities for you to create, right? Things that you're passionate about. Follow your heart here. Fire sign energy is all about creating from passion. And then you've got, oh, right, the King of Pentacles too, to the Queen. So they're each other's soulmates, again, with the Two of Cups energy. Okay. These are the most earthy, stable, foundation, grounded energies you could be, right? In all of tarot. They do represent the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be dealing with one or have those placements, but you might. But they're really about money, abundance, earthly material possessions, right? But also just having stability and being grounded here. So there's also kind of a message coming through, like part of this reciprocity with the sixes that end your reading is you being able to master as above, so below, right? Being as grounded in your 3D life and existence and living your 3D life as you are up in the cosmos, right? Connected to spirit. You need to have balance. And that's what the sixes are all about. So you've got a Six of Pentacles, which is a literal card of generosity and reciprocity. You give out a lot because you have a lot, and you know the more that you give out, the more that you will receive. So you're not afraid to be generous, right? And the Six of Wands, which is a literal card of victory. This is victory. This is you winning, coming out on top, right? Being celebrated, possibly even recognized for some achievements or accomplishments or for your generosity here, because there is abundance coming to you, and you are not the kind of person that's going to be like, my abundance, I'm not sharing. That's not you at all. That's not Cancer at all. Cancer wants to share everything with their home and family, right? Like that's what you're all about with you governing that fourth house, which is the house of home and family, if you're following me, right? You want to share that, right? You want to celebrate that with people, with your community, with your soul tribe, whatever that is for you, right? You're going to have the opportunity to do that this year. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. No, I'm not. But your authentic voice is really important here. So if you haven't yet already embraced what I always tell you guys, which is fuck what they say, just be you. Let your weirdness fly. It's what makes you special and unique, and you're you for a reason. If you haven't embraced that yet, let's go. You're holding yourself back from all of this abundance. For what? Because we're worried about people whispering about us? Who gives a shit? If they do that, they're not your people. And if you get rid of them, your soul tribe can come in because you've made room for them. For Cancer, please. What is coming towards Cancer this year? Really, overall, the message of your reading is about being in balance, right? Harmony, flow, be adaptable, be changeable. Don't hold on to things past the time that they're serving you. You know, duality in all things, as above, so below. Do your light work and your shadow work. You need balance here. And you're going to get it. But it helps for you to support that energy too and help draw it into for yourself, right? Cancer, please. Solar return for Cancer. What is coming towards Cancer? Okay. You have forgiveness. Aw. You have happiness. Cancer, love. And you have trust. Forgiveness, happiness, and trust. Wow. That's pretty powerful. I'm getting this idea that this forgiveness card is talking about forgiveness for yourself, not for someone else. But this is a new deck, so I don't know. So I'm going to look at it. Time to set yourself free from hurt, anger, and betrayal and let go. Be kind, forgive yourself, and give yourself permission to be forgiven. Others may be reeling from your actions, or you could be a target of judgment. We were just talking about that. Shaming or disapproval. Soothe your wounded heart by radiating love out to those who have injured you. This is not giving them permission for bad behavior, but rather heals your hurts instead. Resentment is a prison door that harbors emotional distress, while forgiveness holds the key to freedom. You all know how big I am about the forgiveness lesson. My OG babes for sure know. So make peace with your pain as you release attachment to the situation and move on. Stop being the victim. Tell someone if you're being bullied. Seek peace of mind. Look to the future and remain positive. Forgive and forget. Be grateful because you've been let off the hook. So the energy is different for all of you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, this is a collective reading. And there's an incantation in here that I'm actually going to put aside for us because we're going to do it with the new moon. For some reason, this just really vibed. It came through strong. So this will be a little ritual that we'll do on the new moon on the 24th, okay? And no, I won't forget because I literally am writing it down right now because I know if I don't, I will forget. So, yeah, you guys are right. Dani's a train wreck, especially without you. Okay, so we're going to definitely new moon that. I love that for the new moon. Okay, happiness, obviously self-explanatory, but I'm going to guess that trust also has a vibe of building the ability to trust one's self again, because we put ourselves in situations where we got hurt, we lose the ability to trust ourselves anymore, right? Like we don't trust our discernment. We don't trust ourselves to make decisions that aren't going to get us hurt again, right? So trust is here. You'd be wise to be watchful and to trust no one at this time. Ooh, it's kind of like the secrets card. Keep yourself to yourself and do not buy into any fear or chaos that's being stirred up around you. Y'all, if you could hit that like button, I'd be super grateful. You know the truth, so stand strong in being true to who you are. Remember that relationships, whether personal or business, which also came up in your reading, that Two of Cups energy, right? Should be built on trust, and a mutual agreement could test your faith. You've been let down badly before, and it's taken a while to trust again. However, someone vulnerable needs your assurance, and a secret is shared. Interesting. You had that secret message in your reading. It's time to prove how trustworthy you really can be. Hold your cards close to your chest. Be careful with whom you share your ideas. The person you've inquired about is trustworthy, if you were asking about that or had that on your mind. Open your heart because it's time to trust. It's just time for transformation here in general. You know, you've got forgiveness, happiness, trust. You've got symbols of transformation all throughout your reading. Your season is about going through the waters of Cancer and allowing things to transmute, right? Because the water is healing. The water is what transmutes the energy, takes the pain, washes it away to something that can be used as fuel in fiery Leo season, fire season coming up, right? You're all about nurturing and healing. That's what you should be doing at this time, especially when we've got 5 friggin' planets in retrograde. Holy shit, which we do. It's a wild time, you guys. This is just a wild freaking time. I think I'll pull one of these because my mom had asked about it and she's Cancer. And I don't think you guys have seen this deck yet. It was a gift from a client. It's called the Elemental Oracle. I shouldn't even say a gift from a client. It was actually a gift from the universe, and it showed up divinely, and that's all I can say about it. But I can't explain it. The same night that I saw my owl spirit guide for the first time ever in my life, and I've been psychic my entire life. It was a wild night. It's just not even a week ago, maybe a week ago. I don't know, a few days ago. It was wild. Bring me the best and highest messages for Cancer for their solar return year, please. For Cancer. I am going to do a Mercury retrograde reading too after this. Of course, I'll do a Leo solar return. I'm going to do new moon readings. And what else did I want to tell y'all? Yeah, then we've got like a whole eclipse situation. Like we got a lot of energies to deal with, y'all. We're going to be busy. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I'm so grateful for all of your beautiful energy, for all the donations you guys send in. You have no idea how much that helps when I have 2 daughters in college and I'm a single mom. So thank you. And where will I be? Oh, this weekend I'm going to be at Lunar Fair in Horseshoe Lake in North Jersey, Succossuna, New Jersey. If anybody's in the area, come say hi. Lunar Fair is always a good time. Okay, you have Sun, you have speed of movement, which already came up in your reading with that 8 of Wands. You have life and breath. Life, breath. And light and sun. I love that. You also have mystery with dark matter. The secrets, again, coming up in your reading. And you have comfort with hearth. That's so your energy. 4th house energy, Cancer, all about the house and the home. It is also number 11, sacred number, master number that we don't reduce in numerology. What is up with the secret? What is up with the secret? I feel like I'm not supposed to know. All I care about is that you know. This is your reading. Do you know about the secret? Do you know the secret you're keeping? Do you know what the mystery is? If you don't, I'd like to try to find it for you. But I feel like I'm not supposed to pry. I'm not a Cancer. It's not my secret. I don't know. Y'all got a secret? Say something. Tell me something here. Somebody give me something. Because I can't let that go. It's happened so many times in this reading. You can have fast movement. You got that sun energy, the light energy. The sun, you know, is Leo's ruler. You're the moon. So balancing again, that like light and dark. We were just talking about that. Holy shit. This dark matter card is also full of butterflies, which are the symbol of transformation we were just talking about. It's just it's too weird that it keeps coming up. I can't let it go, right? I can't let that go. No. All right, I need another deck. What do I want? If you guys hear that noise in the background, it's my poor dog. My baby Beegs, she went on a wild adventure today, and she doesn't go out very often because she's a lab beagle and has anxiety and stuff, and she probably walked like 3 miles today around Asbury Park and went to the dog beach. So she is snoring her little barrel fat beagle giant eared heart out. She's adorable on my bed, and it's loud, so you're probably hearing it. So, hi Saoirse. No, she is snoring so hard. Within 20 seconds of me putting her back in the car, she was knocked out. Knocked out. What can you tell me about the mystery or the secret for Cancer? What is the mystery energy or the secret? What's revealing itself quickly? What is hidden for Cancer, please? For Cancer, tell me about the mystery. What's the secret? What's the mystery energy for Cancer? What's the unseen? Not there yet. It's like it doesn't want to tell me. Unmarked trail and a revelation. Okay. You're being told to take a path less traveled. You're being asked to do something even though you're not going to see where you're going. And just trust. Trust. Have faith. Trust. Trust yourself. Trust the universe. Okay? You need to go a different way. You need to follow this trail where you're not going to know the outcome. You're not going to be able to see where you're going. You need to show that level of faith, but also it's the pathway to your abundance, your freedom, your success, Cancer. You also have Watchers. The Watchers are super powerful, and it's a good sign if you have them. But I'll read you about the Watchers in a sec. That's it. That's all they're going to give me. Okay. I mean, I'm grateful. I don't mean to sound like ungrateful, Spirit, but like unmarked trail, revelation. You just have to start. Take the first steps, and then everything will be revealed for you. All right, look at that crystal. Look at that. That's clarity. That is clarity. 60. Watchers, serendipity, the the observer, the witness, and transpersonal. When watchers appear, it is an invitation to stop doing. Pause, get off the treadmill, and take a deep breath. Find the witness within, the one who can observe the fire and fury happening around you, but is not caught in any of the drama. The time is right to step back. If you have a thought or opinion, keep it to yourself. If you have a feeling that needs to be expressed, do it in the shower. Do not engage with the action happening around you. Simply observe. Watchers show up to direct your attention to the horizon and away from the anthill in front of you. Others might think you are simply doing nothing, but let them know that you are helping the sun to set in the evening sky. There are bigger things to attend to. You have spent such a long time trying to correct the course of events and the actions of others. Let it be for a short while, as you become the observer rather than the doer. The watchers invite you to break free from the linear, casual pace of the petty day-to-day. Rise to divine coincidence, to serendipity, and notice how the act of seeing the heart of the matter produces results. Things happen without you doing anything. Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only a sacred witness. The mystery is different for all of you. I mean, that's why we don't have an answer, right? But you're being told to go into that Four of Swords, that rest phase, right? And just be, right? You're a human being, not a human doing, right? I'm sure you've all heard that before. You already know there's no reward at the end of the road you're following. You're only killing time. So again, it's a second card now. Pause, breathe. Commit in your heart to a sacred endeavor. Vow to not look for old solutions that may have worked with past challenges. Get out of character, try the outrageous, and keep your quest private. Yo, there's like 4 different decks now. You're getting the same messages like every time. Now is the time to speak of the voice that called you to embark on the unmarked trail. That time will come. The unmarked trail could be a sign that you have already made a choice, even if you do not want to acknowledge it. Be at peace with what your heart knows to be true. Your heart has already been made up, and your mind will follow. Pack lightly, taking with you only essential beliefs that you know to be trustworthy under all circumstances. The universe has your back. Trustworthy, forgiveness, secrets, light, right? You've had a lot of the same themes and same words show up for you multiple times in this reading. It's pretty magical. You know, I don't believe in coincidence. I don't know how anybody could that was just watching all of that unfold, right? So let's get a closing message for you, Cancer. Where do we want to go? Let's ask the witches. Why not? Ancestors. What is the closing message for Cancer? What advice or guidance can we give them for this solar return year? For Cancer. For Cancer, please. Closing message for Cancer. 36. Ritual magic and initiation. Badass looking card. I'm going to get in trouble for the nudity by YouTube, but I will never understand why they think art on a card is inappropriate nudity. I can't. Let me just. Okay. Initiation. Grasp the magical power of initiation as you step spellbound into a world rooted in occult magic. We witches of the Oracle have observed and acknowledged your extraordinary quest for initiation into the esoteric art of rituals and high magic. These profound rites of passage you have undertaken at great cost and hardships in your life have molded and evolved you into an initiate of the craft of ritual magic. What you have achieved is no mean feat, and you are to be commended for your perseverance, fortitude, and courage. The key of secrets. What with the fucking secrets, Cancer? The key of secrets is now within your grasp. My God, as you step onto the threshold of your ritual initiation into mysticism, you've discovered that deep within you lies magical abilities, your inner magic that will propel you onto the next level of initiation. It is not by chance that witchcraft has chosen you to be initiated into one of the world's oldest practices. You have sensed the forbidden power that lies hidden deep within the craft of ritual magic, comprehending its meaning and power and aspects of older belief systems of ceremonial magic. To achieve your initiation at its highest level, you must study the doctrines, implications, and magical procedures of the ancient mysteries and secrets of ritual magic, becoming fully aware that initiation is the key to unlocking your higher powers. It's working with unseen forces, the unseen, right? And energies that command immense powers of high magic, the focus of which is to bring about change with immediate and realistic results for your highest good. Doing so will promote an elevated state of consciousness. I said you were ascending to a higher level of consciousness. Did I not? Holy shit. Acceptance is important to you as you're welcomed in. Practice deep meditation and esoteric arts to achieve the connection you desire. Initiation is the key to honing your personal power, and you're ready for this initiation as you honor the old gods, the secrets of magic, and the ancient mysteries. There's an incantation too. You can do this if you want to. Initiation, magical power, your sovereignty reigns upon this hour. With arms upheld to the gods of old, invoking the fates as was foretold, ritual magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be, there it is done. So that's your incantation. You can say it if you want to. If you want to initiate. Okay. Cray. And it just goes on to talk about all different kinds of initiations that one can do, like fire walking, vision quest, naming, a full moon, a hand fasting, crone rites, blah, blah, blah. Well, now we know what the secret is. You have the ability to access things that not everyone can possibly ever access or understand or harness or earn the right to even know about, see, feel, whatever. But you get to do that this year. You're welcome. Thanks for calling me sweetheart. That's very nice of you. Okay, I will be back in a short amount of time because I have to do a Mercury retrograde reading. But Cancers, thank you so much for your love and support of me and the channel. I hope that you had a wonderful birthday and a great season. I hope your year ahead is as beautiful and abundant as it looks here, which I'm sure it will be. Keep ascending, keep believing in yourself, believing in your magic, believing that it can happen to you, because the only way miracles can happen to you is if you believe that they can. So happy birthday. Time to move on to Leo season. But thank you all so much. I appreciate you more than you could possibly imagine. So I'll see you soon. Love and light. Night, babes.